Should be fine. Alrighty, and we are underway, folks. Hopping into game one of Group 1 here. We'll be watching from Marin's POV. His screen is pretty clean. All right, so we're on the King Dynasty map. The settings for this round, for this game, I should say. No fog, no blizzards, no portals, just straight up 60-second progressive with six of some of the best players in Risk right now. All right. We see the Norway player take a card there. I forget the Norway player's name. It's Vetri or something like that. Let me see if I can find his name. Yeah, I've seen Eric and Solhoots play Vibo. Maybe I think it's Vibo actually. All right. The black player is Levi from New Zealand, or Levy. Not 100% sure how you pronounce his name. Levi Iguchi in the second seat. So these players are all vying for positions and taking control of their various spots. I don't think we'll see any bonus taking. We'll go over the bonuses after everyone takes their first turn here. We have Talical for Eastern Europe on blue in the third seat. Takes one of the cards that black left for him, but unfortunately loses a troop in the process and does want to nestle in that corner on the right-hand side there. The white player for England 1 is Bertram the Boar. Thinking about what he wants to do. Bertram's material is all on the north side of this board. He should make like a bird and migrate south. Yep, that is immediately what he does. Hits a 2 of Marin's. Marin says good game after having lost a 2 and decides to hit a white 2 in retribution. All right, and then last but not least, we have IP White for Scotland, the host of the lobby. IP White has a lot of material on the west side of the board. Takes his card up in the northeast corner, though. Nice, nice yellow heart up there in the corner now. Alrighty, so all these guys are going to start taking their second turn. Let's take a look at the bonuses for this map. So this King Dynasty map, there are a total of 8 bonuses, 3 of which are +2s. All 3 of the northern bonuses are +2. So you got Tartary worth 2, Mongolia worth 2, and Manchuria worth 2. Then you have 2 +3s on either side of the east and west border there of well, modern day China, but King Dynasty here. +3 for Tibet and Liangjiang, another +3. Then you have your 2 +4s right in the middle of the board, Shangan and Zhili off to the east. And then down in the south, you have Liangguang for +5. Alrighty, so that does it for the bonuses there. Um, because there are 3+2s, it's not unheard of for maybe someone to try for a +2, but I don't think we'll see anyone on this board be allowed to hold a +2. Um, so to that end, we probably won't see anyone try for it because it's one of those things where I think everyone knows that everyone here is good enough to keep to keep everyone else off bonuses. So we probably won't see bonus taking happen. Talical enjoying a kill guard up in the northeast, uh, kill guarded by IP White. Thinking about where to take his card from. Takes his card just south of that black 12 stack there. The black player, Levy from New Zealand, really only in 2 positions, has 2 fairly large stacks. White player, really in 3 positions. In his furthest exterior position, that 4 kind of keeps him from moving. It probably wanted to continue to move south this turn, but Talical fortifying the way he did prevents that from happening a bit. So that 4, if it takes a card, is going to move west, but we might see the 5 move up and to the right to take a card. Yeah, I think if I'm white here, I just nestle myself a little bit further into the northeast corner. But Bertram just decides to take a card and leaves his 5 stack right there. That move also works. We see Marin taking some very quick. Both turns by Marin were very quick, very snappy. He knows exactly what he wants to do when his turn comes around. IP White could have taken that +3 to bet bonus there, but decides just to take the card instead. He knows that he's not going to be allowed to hold it. Red has a big 11 stack, has some 4 stacks and a 3 stack around. Takes a card off his 4 stack, loses a troop unfortunately, so is just going to consolidate that remaining extra troop into a 3 stack of his. All right, Levy down to 4 territories already. Of course, that's at least 1 more than white. He's going to take a card on blue. Is he tempted to take the bonus that stack resides in? He could take it, but he probably won't hold it. No. Everyone playing very, very smartly here. Just taking easy cards and trying to position themselves as best as they can. Fortify is back against that red 4 there. That red 4 isn't quite kill guarded. That island, Taiwan, connects over to that southeastern corner of Langjiang. How's it going, Carter? Let's go indeed. Semifinal game. All right, Talical took a quick card moving west. Bertram did the move that I suggested for him last turn, which is to nestle that stack in the north up into the northeast. Makes a lot of sense. Marin decides to move into Mongolia and combine his stacks. He's got a large 16 stack there. Talical is playing for Eastern Europe. Marin's dead though. Yeah, Marin is really only in 1 position, despite having that large 16 stack. He could be in trouble when the second round of trades come out. 1 position in 5th in turn order, yeah. IP White moves north with his stack there. And we see Solhoot move to the east. That's either Solhoot or Vibo. I think it might be Vibo. Maybe it's not. Yeah, no, I think it is Solhoot. My mistake. I don't know. I love how balanced Prague World Dom is. Norway is Vibo. Yeah. Also, did the game start at the correct time? Pretty much. Yeah. It started maybe not exactly on the dot. Um, yeah, it started either right on the dot or maybe a minute before. All right, we see Levy. I think I should just call him Levy, right? He leaves his 3 stack there to take his card. Talical continues moving that southern stack to the west. Now we'll see what Bertram wants to do. Bertram moves his 9 stacks south, trying to spread out as much as he can. So if Marin was going to attempt to combine his 6 and 16 stacks, which he probably wasn't, but if he was, he's no longer able to do that. Fortifies the 7 back east. Marin does have a set on 4. Doesn't matter a whole lot because we're only going to be going into the first round of trades here in a moment. IP White moves his 10 stack north. All right, we have Vibo takes a card north and then fortifies right back to his little corner there. Vibo's position, I think, is probably the best. He's on 30 troops and has 4 positions. The Taiwan position is a nice little corner. It's semi kill guarded from 2 directions, but you can still get to it from that western entrance into Taiwan. Bertram is in a good position, but he's only on 24 troops. In a good position in terms of how spread out he is. Levy kind of has all his troops and material kind of in the same spot. Looks like he's trying to diversify his positions a little bit. Moves north across the Great Wall. Tal is up, thinking about where he wants to put his troops. Takes a card on Marin. He's probably going to move right back to his spot. No, decides not to. Leaves that northern entrance to Taiwan open. So someone could decide to sit there if they want. See what Bertram wants to do. Bertram wants to move back north, or is that just where he's taking his card and then he's going to move south? No. He's going to sit right there. Marin decides to take the position that Tal vacated and is requesting that some of these 6 stacks move out of the way. And that 16 stack is certainly big enough to do it, big enough to threaten it. And then he fortifies a way to allow those 6 stacks to move around. So we'll see if that happens. IP White, about to make the last turn before we see trades come out. Thinking about where he wants his card. He could take a card that just so happens to give him a bonus, but I'm assuming that he doesn't want to connect himself. Yeah, he's moving east with his 11 stack. Marin says, "Oops," because IP White added to the 6th position and did not move per Marin's request of the 16 stack, but now that 16 stack is closed off to the 7. It could hit the 9, but it probably won't. I don't think Marin is that spiteful. Well, I should correct myself. I don't think Marin's spiteful at all, but I don't think he's going to punish IP White for that by hitting the 9 anyway. Maybe he'll find another way to do it. Vibo moves east to take a card and then fortifies to the west with that 5 stack, centralizing his troops a little bit. And also Vibo turned in the 4 trade. So we have Levy here about to turn in the 6 trade. Thanks for the first time chat from Last Joss. Go Vibo. We got a Norway fan in here. Carter says Talek should move the 7. I think I agree with you, Carter. Just he should spread his stuff out more. Levy takes the 6 trade and moves east onto the spot vacated by Marin's 16 stack and stays there, does not fortify back. Marin was saying thanks in hearts, but is that what he... I'm not sure if that's what he wanted. Maybe it was. Tal sets for 8. Oh, Lastros is Solhoot. Okay. And then we got Red Baron saying, let's go Norway. Yeah, Talek moves his 11 stack north into Calm. And then Bertram is about to trade for 10. So pretty much everybody's on 40 or so troops here. The troop count is about right in terms of balance. Talek can kill anyone on the map except Bertram. Yeah. Yeah, Bertram is out of reach. Marin sets in for 12. Puts everything on that territory and has a set on 3. IP White sets in for 15. Moves his 20 stack to the southeast. Vibo is up. We'll see if we see Marin decide to use his trade on 3, or if he decides to take a 4th card. Something else you sometimes see when you're 5th or 6th in turn order is sometimes players will just sit on the set on 3, so as to not look as appetizing to be eaten, but also refusing to set early so as to hope to live and get a bigger trade. So we'll see what Marin decides to do. Carter says too dangerous to not set. Fair enough. At the same time, though, if he doesn't set on 3, who kills him, right? If he card skips, you hate the set on the 3, puts you a card behind. Yeah. Yeah, fair enough, Carter. I think Vibo kills Levy on the next turn. Okay. So Destro says red kills black next turn. Yeah, I like Vibo's lines for it. Yeah, I think he does have him. And I don't think anyone can really kill guard any of Black's territories from Red. Red is right next to him everywhere. What is the only one to kill, but it requires a set for Bertram? Yeah. Talcal takes a card, moves north. Bertram spending a little bit of time in draft. These players know that it's about to pop off here in the next turn. Carter says set early. If Bertram sets early, I think Marin will also set early. But yeah, Bertram must be contemplating setting on 3. Why else would you spend so much time on your clock? Decides not to. Takes a card on Marin over in the east. So Marin, I think, is probably a little bummed about Bertram not setting on 3. Decides not to set on 3 and decides to skip. Does not want to go on 4 cards. IP White also does not set on 3 and decides to skip. Vibo does not set on 4. Vibo going to 5 cards. And is attacking. It looks like, okay, we saw 3 attacks that turn from Vibo, which is normally not what you see when a player has to go to 5. Combine some of his positions. Levy sets and gets the 20. Is Levy able to kill either the 2 players on 4 cards here? Can Levy kill Talical or Bertram? I think he could kill either one. He kind of has his choice. Is going for Bertram, it looks like. 20 into the 11. Oh, actually, no, he can't kill Talical. Talical's kill carded by yellow still. Yeah, Bertram has Levy has this kill on Bertram. I think all those rules were 100%. Yeah, Talix kill's a little bit expensive because he has that 5 stack nestled behind the 12 stack for yellow. Yeah, unlucky for Bertram for sure. So, congrats to Levy for making the first kill of the semifinal round here for Group 1. 3 points for New Zealand. Sets in for 25 with Bertram's cards. Puts most of that on that large stack right in the middle of the board. Decides that he's had enough killing. His bloodlust is satiated. Allows Talic to go. Talic also does not have a set on 4. Either that or is choosing not to set. Says oops for some reason. Did he forget to set? What was that oops for? Marin is trading for 30. Does Marin go for one of these 2 players that are currently sitting on 5 cards? It looks like he is. He's going for Vibo. So the only kiss of death worse than 1 position in 5th in turn order is 1st or 2nd position and then no set on 4. Needs to watch the slider. He has Vibo dead to rights. That is an unfortunate game for Vibo. If Vibo had a set on 4 there, there's no way he dies there. But congrats to Marin for taking the kill. GG's to Vibo. Marin puts USA Team 1 on the board with 3 points. Sets in for 35. Is going for the Talical kill. He's got to hit through some IP White troops to get it. And then make sure he balances the split right. But I think he still has Talical. Yeah, 14 V8 should be near 100%. Gets the Talical kill. That's another 3 points for US 1. Sets gets 40. If he can kill Levy or IP White, that would set him in again. So we might be seeing a sweep from Marin here. Just barely is able to overcome that IP White stack. That was expensive. Takes IP White's wild card. Sets in again for 45. And we are, just like that, we are in a 1v1, folks. He's going to hit all of Levy's stacks that he can. using attackers' advantage as much as possible. Levy needs a set on 3 here to even have a chance, but I think it's over. Even with a set on 3, I don't think he wins this. Yep. So Levy is making all the attacks that he can get, but it looks like 1 bounty is all that he'll be able to bag for his team, but that is at least more than the other teams can say for this round. Marin once again trades for 50, and that is plenty of troops. Kind of overkill for what's left of Levy's army there. So that is a GG for Group 1, Game 1 here. Congratulations to Marin Brambat and the U.S. Team 1 for taking the W here. I'm going to see if I can get these players in here for a post-game discussion. How's it going, Marin? Congrats.